Unidos, arranca Landon, sigue Donovan, la tira larga, va a venir el disparo, centro, el arquero, gol. ¿Qué me importa que me asesinen la garganta mientras se maten a goles? ¡Golazo, golazo, golazo! ¡Aso! Gio, no hay arquero, no hay arquero, no hay arquero, no hay arquero. ¿Quién le pega? ¿Quién le pega? ¡Gio!
Okay, this is certainly an odd moment for you to join us for the start of an episode, but as I've retrospectively just shown you in the introduction, in our very next game after that Madrid defeat, we've raced into a 3-goal lead against Barcelona, and I tell you what, Barcelona are lucky that it's only 3. We had 2 other really good opportunities. We could be 5-0 up at the break, so I thought I'd come back and show you the second half. It wasn't my intention. I was going to come back for the final game of the season to see if we could qualify for Europe. But if we could beat Barcelona, it's part of our mission for this save accomplished. We wanted to take Europa from the 4th tier to the top and turn them into the top team in Catalonia once more, as they last were back in the 1910s. And so I wanted you to see whether we might be able to do that. Of course, because I've chosen to go back, I think Barcelona will be tied at 3-3 by about 80 minutes, and I'll probably score the winner in injury time. But there's joy for you in watching that misery as well. So let's see how we get on. The boys have been superb. They have controlled the game, but I'm not sure I really just want to tell them I'm happy because they've had some shots on target. Let's say I'm very happy with the way things are going. Keep it up, lads. They're inspired by the talk. Here we go. 45 minutes against Barcelona. We could win this. We could be legends. Okay, let's get this second half underway then. We are the home team. This is going to be the first and the last time, I think, that we're going to be playing Barcelona at home at this ground. We'll be moving into our new stadium ready for next season. This season was all about trying to avoid the drop to make a second season in La Liga so that we could let the finances build and develop. We're looking at doing far better than that. Look at the XG. We've restricted Barca to just 1 shot on target so far. Boys are playing incredibly well. Maybe Pacheco and Escobar could be doing a little bit more. But otherwise, we've made it to 60 minutes and we've not let them back in yet. They're coming forward now. We've thumped it away. And I think Rossi is putting the chase on Ruggiero to try and close him down. I think 10 shots, 7 on target. I'm afraid we've not done much to impress you since half-time. You should have seen the first half. Well, I guess by now you have seen the first half because I've retrospectively gone back and shown you the first half. We're in again. Oh, we've scored again. It's Cordoba. I think it might have got a deflection. It certainly looked like it moved on its way in. We are 4-0 up against Barcelona. Never mind time wasting and lowering the tempo. Look at us play through our little triangles. Third man running. It didn't get a deflection. It was just a heavy touch by Ter Stegen. He probably should have got a firmer hand on that to push it around the post. And now we can make some more changes. We've got one more change to make. And I'm feeling like Landa is the man that comes on for us. Who's the most tired? It's looking like Diego Rosa. And we're just going to change Cordoba for Landa. Not that I'm trying to engineer one final moment of glory for a player who's become a son to me, but we're putting him as a central midfielder with an attack duty on because I want to see him celebrate in front of the Barcelona fans as the greatest player Catalonia has seen since, well, I'm not even thinking about Messi. Landa is twice the player Messi ever was for Barcelona. It's highlights again. We're in the 83rd minute. We've given the ball away. Frankie de Jong gets it. Now we've got balls to win. That's Solis, by the way, that's playing for them. I think is the former Norwich player who seems to have had a little bit of an upward trajectory in his career and is now at Barcelona, and he's in and he's gone wide, giving it to Bernardo Silva, an ageing Bernardo Silva, but we've dealt with that quite nicely. We've got 4 minutes left. Ika Chukwu, we're at least on the ball. Rasanas. 5 would be too greedy, wouldn't it? 5 is asking too much. Rasanas, Landa. He's looking to get to the byline. He's giving it to Spearings. We've got Rosanas. Now we've got Pacheco. He's had a go. Azizi's there. He's had a header to Stegen. Routine save. 5 is too greedy. But we have given Barcelona a hiding today. Even if they score now, they can't get 4 goals in injury time, can they? Even against me, they can't get 4 in injury time. Stegen thumps the ball forward. 45 seconds left. This could be a huge result in terms of us trying to finish in that top 7 and secure European football. Because if we can beat Barcelona, I know Villarreal are above them in the league, but the name Villarreal doesn't strike as much fear into the heart as Barca does. Could we get a result against Villarreal as well? Maybe just a cheeky draw. Then we beat Osasuna. We beat Levante. We could be qualifying straight for the Europa League group stages if we finish 5th or 6th in the league. That is the kind of result that deserves a little bit of praise. And how is that going to leave the table looking? Are we going to be in 5th place? Are we going to regain 5th spot? Making us wait. Have we climbed above Betis? Are we comfortably clear of Athletic? Never mind that. Let's get into it. We're 6th. We're a point behind Celta Vigo. We're a point clear of Betis. We are now 4 points clear of Bilbao. They've drawn with Getafe. Betis have had a thumping win of their own against Malaga. Celta have looked pretty convincing against Almeria. But it's that drop points by Athletic that could be crucial. Even though we lost to Real Madrid, we're now 4 points ahead of them. Okay, I'm not sure which game we're going to be coming back for, but it's going to be a crucial one. So these things are never quite as simple as you hope they're going to be, are they? After beating Barcelona 4-0, I was already renewing my passport ready for next season. And then we've come unstuck. We've played bottom of the table and already relegated Osasuna. And we've huffed and we've puffed for an entire 90 minutes. And we could not find a breakthrough. We completely dominated this game. We should have won it 2 or 3 times over. We've had 16 shots, but only 5 of them were on target. We've restricted them to almost nothing. The boys could not find a way through. And in the next game, Villarreal are second in the table. We knew they were going to be a good side. We were 3-1 down to them at halftime, and we shouldn't have been. They only had 4 shots in the first half. We should have been ahead at the interval. Cordoba scored a goal for us. He hit the post twice as well. Rossi missed some good chances. But then in the second half, when it was us that needed to score, Villarreal ran rampant. They crafted chance after chance, hitting us on the counter-attack, and we weren't even pushing that hard for a way back into the game. They made us look very vulnerable at the back, and it's left us needing a result in today's game. We're taking on Levante. On the face of it, an innocuous tie. They're 16th in the table, and they don't need a win to stay up. They're already assured of their place in the division next season, but we are in 7th place. We've got 58 points. We're behind Atletico, either on the results against them this season, although we have beaten them, so maybe we're behind on the goal difference. We're 1 point ahead of Betis. It's now Athletic that are out of the European running, as they've had a torrid time and really fallen away. So we've got to better Betis in order to qualify for Europe. To that end, Betis are away at Real Madrid. They're not in great form. They've just drawn with Sociedad 0-0, and they lost the derby 4-1 to lower mid-table Sevilla. We're hoping that Real Madrid can do us a good turn. We could still overtake Atletico and qualify for the group stages directly, although they've got an away game at Sevilla, who are 13th. You'd fancy them to go and get a result. And to top it off, we've got selection dilemmas as well. Rossi picked up a booking in the last game, and he's going to be suspended for the final game of the season. He's had a great campaign, 19 goals for us, not quite hitting 20 in the league, but for a player that's been playing the last 2 seasons in the Segunda Division, and that's really the only football of note he's ever had in his career. What a return that is, but we're going to have to do without him today. And we'd finally settled on Escobar being our first choice left back, and he'd put in some good performances over the last couple of months. A booking for him means that he's missing as well, and Durgam Ismail picked up a knock in training during the week and is struggling for fitness, so it looks like we're going to be bringing in Dainel Simu to play as an emergency left-back for our biggest game of the season. It means that with Rossi out, we're going to have a twin strike force that are pretty pacey. Mbula's going to be up there with 15 pace and 15 acceleration, although he's dropped off in the last couple of games. And we're going to be bringing in Femi Aziz as well, 14 for pace and 15 for acceleration. But I don't think we're going to be countering much and using that pace in this game. I think the onus is going to be on us to break Levante down. And I don't know whether I fancy our chances of doing that. Okay, we are underway, and as well as watching our game, we are keeping a heavy eye on Real Madrid v Betis. If Madrid could be 9-0 up by half-time, that would help settle the nerves a little bit, but I do have half a hope of qualifying directly for the group stages of the Europa League, because then we will have the guaranteed income from it. We're in the 9th minute, Cordoba is through, and Cordoba slams one home, maybe to settle the nerves, regardless of what Betis do over at Madrid. What a well-worked goal that was. With these numbers in midfield, we do look like we can spring traps, and it's the attacking midfielder Cordoba who slams one past the keeper. That is a great start to the game for us. Real Madrid still tied at 0-0. Rosa's over a free kick now. And he has slammed home the free kick. Where were these goals when we were playing Osasuna? Nowhere to be seen. Now we're in 2 goals to the good after just 12 minutes. That is a welcome start to the game. Look at the table. We climb ahead of Atleti. We're looking for their results as we go. They're tied 0-0 with Sevilla. Atletico have taken the lead. That is bad news. Real Madrid are tied with Betis. Well, even if Betis score, we're going to be okay. But we could do with Real Madrid just putting that game beyond any doubt. If we have to go through qualifiers, I'll take it. We're not even meant to be qualifying for Europe this season anyway. And it looks like Atletico are going to win their game. We've got the ball with Rossanas. 25 minutes played. That's very direct. Aziz has got the pace. He's in behind them. He's got the pace. He's not got the shooting boots. And that is quite a poor effort. Real Madrid have scored, by the way. I've just noticed they're 1-up against Betis. This is starting to look like it could be our afternoon. 32 minutes. Another goal for us. And I would be confident of getting a point in this game. Here is Samau. He's got it to Diego Rosa. Neither of them are left-footers down on that left flank. Not ideal. It's Pacheco. The ref's in his way. He's gone back to the dab. And here is Pacheco. And here is Cordoba. And he's tried to wriggle his way through and he's not been able to. But we're going to have another go at it. Milanese, Diego Rosa, now Mbula. It's a poor effort. Mbula's form has dropped off towards the last, well, maybe 5 games of the season. We needed him. He's not been there answering our calls. Maybe he's a bit of a streaky player, or maybe he's still got a sting in his tail because we're still into the highlights. We've got Samau. He's not going to go outside. Instead, he checks back. Here's Cordoba. Now Diego Rosa. And it's Aziz that's in. And he's had a good effort and he has fired it wide. We're having plenty of chances. We pause. It's Vinicius Jr. who's put them in the lead. Still 1-0 in that Atletico game. So we're 2-0 up at the break. The boys are doing their bit at the moment. We've got a poor performance at left back. That needs a bit of thinking about. We'll see you for the final 45 minutes of the season. We're underway for that final half of the season. We've made a little tweak. We've switched Ndaba, who was a centre-half, and Samo, who were left-back. We've switched those two around. Ndaba is at least left-footed, but he is by no means cut out to be playing as a left wing-back. But he's going to have to go out there because neither of them were playing that great. Maybe just rotating them around might help improve their performances. We just need to see this game out and see where it leaves us. We're looking at Sevilla to try and do us a favour. Diego Rosa Likes to strike the ball from distance. I wish he didn't. Let's pause. Almost at 60 minutes. Athletic are out of it. Oh, Betis have equalised as well. Having a player sent off. I'm not really sure how that leaves them in their game. I've also lost the Atletico Madrid result. Where's it gone? Either I've lost the sight in one eye or Football Manager's removed that score from the bottom of the screen just to tease me. Can we try and bring it back by looking at the Argentine top division and then coming back and having a look in Spain? We can't. We're being taunted. Okay, well, let's just assume from the table that they are still comfortably winning their game. How have Betis got an equaliser in Madrid when they're down to 10 men? I guess if we win our game, it doesn't matter anyway, but a goal for Levante, and the nerves are really going to be jangling. Ikechukwu on the ball, gets it to Rossa, gets it to Cordoba. Milanese, we're in again. Finish one of these chances, Aziz. He's gone round the keeper. He showed some composure at last. And we're 3-0 up. We're confident now, aren't we? Aren't we? Are we confident? An hour played, 3-0 up against a team that has nothing to play for. And Aziz, he shows a bit of confidence. This is a player that was last playing football about 5 years ago, I think, for Colchester United. Otherwise, has barely kicked a ball. And he is on the verge of qualifying Europa for European competition next season. That's an achievement, isn't it? Feels like I've thrown away automatic qualification for the group stages with the poor results in the last couple of games. 64 minutes, 3-1. We were comfortable at 3-0, weren't we? We were confident at 3-0. We still are at 3-1. We're not worried. This is no more than a consolation goal, isn't it? Oh, Rosanas has not tracked his runner in the slightest. 65 minutes. Do we need some fresh legs? Or before we even get there, we're into the highlights again. Don't go 3-2 Levante straight from the kickoff. A man of my disposition would not be able to take that kind of heartache. We're on the ball. Pacheco, Aziz. Just keep it up their end. Milanese. He's giving it away. I said keep it up their end. And now they're breaking on us again. Don't let them through. We need to perform some surgery, I think. Ikechukwu. Okay, calm, collected. Barossi. Nothing silly, boys. Somehow we're into the midfield. Diego Rosa. Maybe this is still a highlight for us. Aziz is in. He showed composure last time. Doesn't show the same composure on this occasion. Okay, we pause. We check our results. Madrid are 2-1 up. That's good news. We're going to bring on some fresh legs. We're also going to remember to breathe in and out. We'll see you for the final 25 minutes. Okay, our defensive midfielder, Pacheco, was looking like he was running out of steam. So we've moved Ikechukwu just in front of the back four. And we've brought on Koulibaly to play in the back four for us. It also means we've made a little change in midfield. You'll see Landers on, and that's exactly why. He is a magician. We've brought him on just to play on that right-hand side of the midfield three. And he sprays passes for fun. That's why he's been rewarded with a 2-year contract. I could easily have made it a 5-year contract, if I'm honest. 75 minutes, we're going to pause the game. We're 3-1 up. Let's not do anything foolish. We're going to put some time wasting on. For 80 minutes, we're going to make one further substitution, our final one. Poor throw-in by Rosanas. How is he on a 7.1? He seemed poor to me today. But we got the ball back and Mbula is raiding onto the edge of their area. Rosa gets the ball. Lander gets the ball. Cordoba. Does that count as a Lander assist? I think he meant to clip it off the defender's heels so that it looped up to Cordoba. You watch the magicianry of the man. Mbula gets the ball down. Rosa. He meant that as well. He's like Pythagoras the way he works those angles. He spots an assist that other players can't even envisage. And we're on 80 minutes. Now we're going to make our final change. And I think the man we're going to bring on, is Paco Gil. Not played a lot of football this season, Paco. Partly, he's always injured. partly we struggle to fit him in to our new system. The best place for him would be a striker. He's got finishing of 7, but he's going to come on for a little bit of football for the last 10 minutes of the season. Madrid have just gone 4-1 up. FM tempted us by showing us the Atletico result there and then removed it instantly. But I think we've got the job done. We've won 4-1, played pretty well. In addition, Real Madrid have done us a good turn, and I think that's qualified us for Europe. We're going to be on a little tour next year. We're going to be packing our bags. Who knows where we're going to be heading? Who knows how many ties we will get? But Europa have qualified for Europe. Atletico ran out 3-1 winners in the end. That's just behind my head. You won't be able to see it. But we are finishing the season in 7th place. We're losing out on 6th place by just goal difference. I've got to say, I think that's quite a good result. Europa qualify for the Europa. Well, that's not as good as I was hoping. I thought we qualified for the qualifiers of the Europa League. Have I misread something in the rules? Oh, it's a playoff for the Conference League. God, does anybody want to be in the Europa Conference League? God, we're going to be pottering around that with clubs from the 3rd tier of Lithuania. It's going to be more than a hindrance. If we'd have just scored a few more goals, we'd have been in the Europa League group stages instead. Oh, we're going to be participating in that little abomination. Do you even get any prize money for competing in that? Or do you have to pay for the privilege? Well, at least, maybe, could it be a competition that we might go deep into? Have we got a chance of maybe reaching the quarterfinals, the semi-finals? Could we help build our stature of a club by just going deep in a European competition, even if it is the 3rd ranked competition run by UEFA? And should we stop being so downbeat because we finished 7th in our first season in La Liga? When we asked you to guess how many points we'd achieved during the course of this season, 51 was the highest anybody dared suggest. And we've racked up 61. 30 more points to go, and we could be challenging Real Madrid for the title. It's going to take quite some improvement to be getting an extra 10 wins, I think. But maybe if we go away and work a little bit of magic in the transfer window, we might come back next episode with a squad even stronger than this season in Begborough Steel.